Hi, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is the 1st of September. Welcome to September, folks. It promises to be a very interesting month. A lot of stuff coming up, a lot of truth coming out. Um, so let's take a look at today. The President of the United States wants to speak in Kenosha, Wisconsin. And I just want to see how that's going to go with Trump in Kenosha. Trump in Kenosha. So I think he might even be coming on as I do this reading. So I'm going to try to do this on relatively quickly, unless the cards have other things to say. Sometimes the cards are quick, and sometimes the cards are a little circuitous, as we say. So this is Trump in Kenosha. Trump in Kenosha. Right, almost feels right. I want to make sure I shuffle these up pretty well. We're using the Wild Unknown deck because things are wild, and there's quite a few things known. But let's see what they have to say about the unknown. Okay, all right, just a few more of these. Okay, let's see what's up. Kenosha, Kenosha. I'm sure the people of Kenosha didn't know they were going to be in the center of the world. Okay. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands. So this is a complex, interconnected, confused, one thing connecting to the other, to the other. This is burden and overwhelm. Okay, burden and overwhelm. So that's probably Kenosha itself feels burdened and overwhelmed by what happened. Um, and now with the eyes of the world on it, I'm sure it wasn't expecting to be the locus uh, of that. Let's see what's crossing it. Okay, the Mother of Cups. When I see this card, the first thing I think is women trying to keep their children safe. That's what this card says to me, the Mother of Cups. Shielding, shielding the innocent, shielding the children. This is the light that shines. The light that shines. This is a victory card, so there's a sense of victory here. We'll see what that is. We don't know whose victory that is yet, but it's as if a light is being shown in a place that um, I guess we could say is perhaps typical of the United States, in that the United States, we have our big cities and such, but there are these small local communities um, that have their reality and have their lives, and I think for the most part are trying to do the best for themselves, considering some of them are helped, some of them aren't. It depends on where you are. um, I believe Kenosha is somewhat of a farming area, but I'm not sure. See what is in the past. This is another card that reminds me of the innocence, and the light and the lamb, the sacrificed lamb, perhaps, with all these swords above it. Um, it is in a way protected by its own light, protected by its own light. So what do I want to say is that the light that the people of Kenosha shine will protect them. Let's see what's in the sky. And there's Trump. There's Trump trying to befoul the waters, as it were. The rat. The rat trying to stimulate the emotions. So that's Trump. That's the rat up top. Let's see what the outcome is. Okay, we have the Father of Swords. This is a card of justice, but this could also be the police. So there's be a big police presence, I think. How it's seen from the outside. People are seeing the connections and the love and the compassion. People are feeling compassion for the people of Kenosha. I think for both sides of the issue, actually. Domestic situation. Yep, the president in their town, the emperor. Hopes and fears. The Mother of Swords. I feel this is more of a protective. The Father of Swords is supposed to be protective, but the Father of Swords, being the police, have their bent. They have their bent, so they have their side. And the hope is that cooler heads, somebody without necessarily a agenda, will keep things safe and in alignment. And the outcome. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles here. This is a well-feathered nest. A well-feathered nest. Let's continue. And the World. Well, certainly this is on the world stage. And all right, let's see what's underneath. Coming together. Heads coming together. Okay. So, I just want to show you the 3 cards at the bottom of the deck. So this is what I feel. The two sides of the issue coming together, thinking together, trying to maintain this sort of rainbow energy, right? The healing rainbow. And then the next is the sorrow, right? And this is dealing with people's sorrow. Okay. And then the last card is the Sword of Justice. So, quite frankly, if the people of the town that Trump is going into trying to create chaos, because he is not there to help anybody but himself. He is not there to help anybody but himself. Usually when a president comes to a place that's having the issues that Kenosha is having, it's there to quell, right? It's there to say we're with you. All the energy of the federal government is behind you. Whatever. But in this case, that is not the case, right? That's not the case. That's not what he's here to do. But I feel like if they shine their light, the light of community, the light of forgiveness, the light of love. This is about having the higher moral ground. So whoever has the higher moral ground here has the strength in this reading. And while I think it's going to be very much the end, excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know if that's bothering you. Very much the energy of the police being a force here. I think the people that he wants to incite riot in will not take the bait. They will not take the bait, and they will end up getting the justice that they need. They will end up getting the justice. They will end up. Things will change in that place. um, and they will get um, the sense of safety and security on both sides. I know that's kind of optimistic, and but that's what I see. People see what's going on. People are not unaware, um, and not just people here in this country, but people all over the world, and that matters. It matters when there is a group mind moving in the right direction. And so, what I would suggest, what we can all do to help the people of Kenosha and help the people of Wisconsin and help just the people in America and all over the world, is to visualize the light shining the darkness, dissipating the darkness, and not allowing the same old tricks to work, because we are awakening. We are in the process of awakening. And this isn't going to be the only time they try to do something like this. But every time we shine the light and we show what these people are doing, the less power they have to influence. So don't get caught up in fear. I was actually watching a little bit of, they did have a like a thing there in Kenosha, uh, a group of people. Oh my God, I can't think of the word. A protest, but it was more like they were like just out having a good time and talking about things, and talking about how they can make their community better, and how they can how people can get their needs met. I feel like the community is really coming together for this. um, and maybe that's the value of somebody like Trump. He's just so horrific that we can't help but even get along with those who we normally would not get along, and come to realize that it's for our own benefit, to have peace within our hearts and peace within our communities. And these rotting, um, old paradigms that have kept people oppressed and suppressed for all this time, are falling away, are falling away. And they don't hold the same power that they used to. They're still powerful, they can still hurt you. We're not quite there yet, but this is what I think September is going to be about: is turning your back on the old, and moving to a new way of doing things, a renewed sense, bringing spirit to earth, bringing spirit to earth. So my heart and my prayers and my good intentions go out to the people of Kenosha, the people of Wisconsin, the people of the Midwest, on both sides of the aisle. This is not just, for the victims of this, but also, because victim and victimizer is a paradigm, and true awakening. You realize you don't need that anymore. You don't need to be a victim. You don't need to be a victimizer, because the true power that lies within your own heart. Have yourself a great day. Like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Take care, guys.